Good morning, Lori and Diane and Rebecca. Thank you for joining me this morning. I have some fun things to share. We'll start with this card. Need to close my door. Okay. I'm excited today. I get to show you this new card technique. And yes, I will. I won't do everything that can be done with it this morning, but I will do a video on it. And so I will have it ready. I hope to get it done possibly this afternoon. And then I'll post it on my, in the same place on my, so that you can see it. I'm just going to show you the one little technique and then I'll talk about it. So anyway, I got it yesterday. I was so excited. Had to try it out right away. So, it's 11:01. I guess we should get started. So thank you for coming, ladies. If you are here, and I would love to know, so just please leave me a comment and say hi. Just because, no, I probably won't do it live. I'll probably just do a video for the stamp positioner, because I won't. I have some more research to do on it before I can actually do it. So I will probably just do a video and then you can watch the video. So this morning, first I'm going to show you this card, and I had this picked out last week and I wanted to do that other card. So I wanted to show this. This is called, and we'll just dive right in. So this is called the pinched pleat technique. So isn't that beautiful? So I'm using the Beautiful Gallery for this one, and Beautiful Gallery Designer Series paper. And I'll give you the measurements first and then we'll go through it. It's really quick and easy, and then I have quite a few to share with you because I had fun making this. So I'm starting out with Secret C, and this is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then you're going to need 2 pieces of basic white, and these are 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. One for the inside and one for the outside, or for the front. Now on this one I didn't put that basic white, but I kind of like it because it kind of brings out the paper better. So we're going to do 2 this time. And then we're going to have 1 piece of 6 by 6 Beautiful Gallery Designer Series paper. And I will show you how to cut that. So there's actually only one little 3 by 3/4 by 3/4 that we won't use. So we'll start out with that. So we'll set this card aside. And we're going to start by cutting the Beautiful Gallery paper. And, oh, let me wipe that off. I don't want to get red on that. Hi, Yvonne. Thanks for joining. This is the card we're going to be making today. It's called the pinch pleat technique. So I'm going to show you how to do it. So this is the right way it looks. And so we're going to turn it on its side, on its left, and then I'm going to take off 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to cut off 3/4 of an inch. And then for this piece, we're going to cut it down to 5 1/4. So I'm going to cut it down to 5 1/4. And that will be used for the inside. And this is the only piece that is not used. That little 3 by 3/4 by 3/4. So then I'm going to turn it back. Hi, Gwen. Thanks for joining. Hi, Teresa. Nice to see you here. Thank you for joining me today. This is the card we're making. I don't know if you saw it, but it's called the pinch pleat technique. And it's really easy, and I think it's got a real wow. So the first cut we're going to make is at 2.5. So I'm going to cut this at 2.5. So I have a piece that's 2.5 by 5 1/4. And then we're going to have two pieces that are 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. So what is left is 3.5. And so I'm going to cut that. Oops, don't want to. Thank you, Gwen. So these pieces are 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. So there's two pieces. And we're actually going to use this side of the paper for that piece. Okay, so we've got our cuts all done. Now we are going to take our Secret Seed card base, and I'm going to score it well and burnish it. And then I'm going to add the basic white. I have two pieces of basic white, 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, and that is going to go right here. So I will adhere that with some seal, and that will go right on the front, and that's just a tiny little, about a 1/16 of an inch around, but it's on 1/16 of an inch completely around. The next step we're going to do is this, and it's going to be 5 1/4, so there's going to be a little bit of a white showing on top and bottom. Can you see that? A little white up there and a little white down here. And that's, I'm just eyeing it. You don't have to be too precise. So now we're going to add that to the center of the front. And this is the 2.5 by 5 1/4 piece. So just a little bit there. Okay. And then I've got these two pieces, which I cut off, and they are 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to put them both, and they're going to be right here. And there's just going to be a little bit like that. So these will go right here. We don't want to put them down. You're going to want to just put seal on the left and right side of each one. So just this part, and this is going to go down here like this. And then the other side, I will put seal on the right hand side, and that will go, bring it back here so I can see it. And that will go right there. So it's just about a 1/16 of an inch showing on all three sides. Okay, now we're ready for the pleat. So what you're going to do is you're going to pick this up, and you'll see where this, so I'm going to bring it up here so you can see it. So where this piece is, you're going to, I just take my fingernail like that, and right along that, and then I'm going to fold that back. So fold that like that, and it's, as you can see, it's right along that edge. I actually didn't get it quite far enough over, but it's okay. It will, I'll redo that, and I'll burnish those well. So again, if you put your fingernail right here where that comes together, where those two pieces come together, and then bring it back like this and fold it down. Okay, so there's the top part, and we're going to do the same thing on the bottom part. So just put your fingernail right there and bring it over, and just use your fingers and fold that, and then we'll burnish it well with the bone folder when we get them all four done. So now I'm going to bring this one here, and that one is going to go right there. So there is your pinched pleat. You don't have to pinch anything really, but it really is easy to do. And then I'm gonna burnish those well. And then make sure that I've got the right, that's really good. I'm really good at that. So you can actually put a little bit of snail or Tombow or whatever you use. You could put those under there, but I kind of like the way it kind of folds up. So I'm just going to leave that, and I'm not going to add any there. You could actually put a little bit here too, but you don't really need it because we're going to make this a sympathy card. I'm using the Loveliest tree, and I'm using the Sign Design punch. So I punched out in Secret C, and then I stamped that and punched it out. And now I'm going to cut off just a little bit. I'll move that over there. I'm just going to cut off a tiny bit on the bottom. So if you can see that, I'm just going to cut a tiny bit so that I have a frame. And I'm just cutting a tiny bit off that, and a tiny, I'm going to turn that over so it's flat. And I'm just actually lining it up with the side, this gray piece here, and I'm going to do that on both sides, and that way there will be a frame. And I'm going to turn this around here, and I'm going to do that and just take a tiny bit off, and that, we don't need that anymore. And here is the, so we've got just a little bit of a frame around it. Well, I should have taken just a tiny bit more off that bottom, so I get a little bit more of a frame there. I think that looks really neat when you can have it framed like that. So I'm going to add some seal to this, and then we're going to add some dimensionals. So we're going to add 3 dimensionals, and then that will cover up if it's not even or whatever, it's going to cover that up, so you don't even have to worry about that. It doesn't have to be too precise. So then we're going to add this. Now make sure it's open on the right hand side. I'm really so good about that. So then that goes right there. Okay, and then on the inside, I have another piece that's 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, and we're going to add that strip that we cut off of the bottom. We're going to add that right in here, so it continues on inside. So this will go right here. And then this will go inside, in the inside of the card. So this will go in here. And because it's just about 1/8 of an inch smaller, I'm going to move that over so you can see it. And there's the inside, and there's the outside. Quick and easy. Well, we have to add gems to it. So these are our in color flat pearls, and this is the Secret C. So I'm going to add those right here. I love these flat pearls because you can send it and it doesn't require any extra postage. Yeah, that's the card. How quick and easy. Thank you. Love that. I know this is the most beautiful paper. I just think it's gorgeous. So now I'm going to show you the other ones I made. And I'm going to give you a sneak peek, some sneak peeks. Maybe I'll hold that till last. So this is Lovely and Beautiful Specialty Designer paper. And this is the gold and that pretty soft color. These would make beautiful wedding cards. I made a birthday one because I'm always needing birthday. So that's one. And this is the Perennial Lavender. This paper has been around by the time it goes, it will be 2 years. It has been one of the most popular papers they've ever had. So this is the Perennial Lavender, and it says a happy birthday. And this one is brushed with beauty. DSP. This is an online exclusive. Isn't that gorgeous? I think that is so pretty. You know what? Guess what? Upside down. See, it happens to the best of us. I can take that off and put it on. Here's another beautiful gallery. This is the same pack as this paper, but a different color scheme. So I used Mossy Meadow on the back. And this is a Valentine's card. Dear, I did it again. Oh, good. I'm glad you want to try it. Share it with me. Hi, Beth. Thank you for joining. So here's a Valentine's card. I'm not going to tell you what I did. Well, no, I'm not going to. I'm too embarrassed. Okay, this is Hobby Haven. That is really a cool paper. There's all kinds of hobbies on the designer series paper. I like the books, so I use the book because I'm a listener or reader. So, and I have granddaughter who is a big reader, so this is going to be her birthday card. And this is brand new. This paper is brand new, and it will be out. You can order it in March, and it's called Delicate Dreams Specialty Designer Series paper. Isn't that gorgeous? I just saw that and I thought, oh, I've got to do that one. So this is a sneak peek. So those are the cards. I'll show you all of them. And then I'm going to share something fun with you. We have a new product that is coming out. And so thank you, Rebecca. Yeah, that's I love the Valentine. Put these up here. So here are the 8 cards I made. I had fun. They're so fast. I'm not kidding you. And you don't have to be too precise because you're going to cover it up with a sentiment anyway. So and I had to add gems to all of them, and this was fun. So that's that. And I hope you enjoyed that. And again, these will be up on my blog. I will be putting them up on my blog. First of today's one, but I want to share what we have coming soon. So this is called a Stampin' Positioner. The delicate one is called Delicate Dreams Specialty Designer Series paper. So this is our new stamp positioner. It's we had the Stamparatus and they had to quit selling it because it was like too much like the Misty, and the person that invented the Misty, they sued them and they had to pull it from the market. So they came out with this one, and I am quite impressed with it, truthfully. So what it is you have a plate, and then this is the platform, and there are 2 magnets, and these are not like the Stamparatus magnets. These are those earth magnets, and they really do hold. And then we also have, what did I do with it? There's one acrylic, and this fits. See these big holes right here? They fit over that, and the Stampin' Up! Logo is at the bottom. And as you can see, I'll show you here. You can see how it bumps up and down. So that makes it so that you can pick up your stamp set and ink it, and then pick it up when you're done with it. And then there's a small one as well. So these go right here. No, turn it around. Stamp it up on the bottom, and this goes in here. So if you want to just do like a leaf, let's say, then you just have a small one. You don't have to have the big one for that. And then it also, you can purchase the grid paper. So the grid paper comes in a pack of 50, and it's double-sided. And see these little tiny pegs here? these little tiny pegs. There's a ruler here, and then there's little tiny pegs here, and these just fit right in here. So you can, the nice thing is once it's down, then you can line up your paper and know where it's going to be. So, so here is, I'm going to show you one little quick trick, and then as I said, I'll be doing a video on it with more stuff. So I tried with the little one, I tried doing where you can do ombre look. So you can do them as close or as far as away you want, but I will show you that in the video. But I'm going to show you this today because I love this flower leaf, not a flower, leaf, and then I did the sentiment as well. So this is from Nature's Symphony, and I've got a piece of paper here that I'm going to want my piece to be on. So I'm going to line it up, and I'm going to actually line it up on the 1-inch mark so I know where it is. And then I'm going to put my magnets down, and it has a little hinge. This has a little hinge so you can pick it up. Maybe I'll put that over here. I'll say, then when I put my stamp down, the flat side goes up. So I'm going to place my stamp where I want it. So I got it right there in the center. And then I'm going to put on my plate, and it goes right here. And then I'm just going to press it down. And then as I pick it up, I'm going to put my hand down, and because it sticks. When the stamps are really new, they're really sticky. So, but I have it lined up on this 1-inch mark, so it's not going to be off hardly at all. So now I take I'm going to use Old Olive, and I take my Old Olive, and I ink it up really good. Okay, ink it up. And if you get any on around, that doesn't matter. It's not going to affect your paper at all. So now again, the Stampin' Up goes at the bottom, and we're going to put this back here, and I'm going to press it down. Okay, then I pick it up. Now, I want to show you what I did this on purpose because I wanted to show you. So see how I didn't get it right there because I didn't hold it down far enough? So I can re-ink it, and then I can ink it again, and it will get those, because this time I'm going to make sure I do, because I just wanted to share with you how neat this is. So put that down, and then press it down, press it down, press it down, press it down, lift it up, and now, oh, I just still didn't get it. Okay, we're going to do that again. I want to make sure I get that a perfect. Okay, see how that turned out? Isn't that cool? So now I want to do the sentiment. So I'm going to have that be, let's see. I got to make sure I get it right. Oh, it would help if I did it. You have to do the flat side up. So I'm going to put that there. I'll put my sentiment there. And now, again, this goes, I'm going to do it this way so I can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to pick that up, pull it up, and I moved it. But I lined it up on the 1-inch mark, so I should be able to get it pretty much where I want it. And once this stamp gets less sticky, then it won't. And now this is what Rebecca was interested in, and so that she could do her sentiments. Press it down and pull it up, and I've got a perfect. Isn't that pretty? So cool. And then there's one other little thing I'll point out, which it's kind of hard to see, but I will point it out. if you want to do like a sentiment and you want to, let's say you want to do 10 cards with the same sentiment. So I don't know if you can see it, but right here there's an arrow. And it's so you can put your paper right in there. Let me see if yeah, see that? You can see, and there's also a ruler up there. So you put this in here and hit it right up against those two little pegs, and it forms it. So then I could stamp my sentiment like down here, and then take it up, ink it up again, put my next one in, and ink it up, and it'll be in the same place for all of them. If you're doing like Christmas cards or cards that you want to make, like say invitations or something that you want them to be all the same. So I think you're gonna love it. Now I'll tell you the story of it. So if you sign up to be a demonstrator, and I never pressure anybody, but if you sign up to be a demonstrator, this will be included in your kit free. It's a $49 value, and it will be included in your kit from February 3rd to March 2nd. So if you sign up to be a demonstrator, you can get this free. And I'm sure they will sell it eventually after they, have this promotion. Or if you are a demonstrator now, you can buy it for the $49. So if you sign up to be a demonstrator from February 3rd, and I'll remind you, to March 2nd, then you get this free. So you pay $99, you get $125 in product that you choose. So you get $26 in free, plus you'll get this free. So that's quite a good, a pretty good value. So what's 99 and what's 125, 169 or $179 or something like that. Anyway, I think it's really great. So again, I will do a video. I will post it on this page that you're watching me now, and then I will also have it on YouTube. And there are a few more ideas that I want to share with you, and I don't really want to take your time up today, but I think this is a great tool, and I'm really excited about it. I think it's a little easier to use than the Stamparatus. I used to find myself not getting it out because I was always in a hurry, but I think this one, I'm going to have it right here on my desk, and I'm going to be using it because I'm not real good sometimes seeing things and making sure that they're even. So I'm loving it. So I hope you enjoyed this today, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and thank you for joining me. And if you share this, then I will choose one person to receive the card that we made today. So have a great day, and thank you for coming.